name is Forrest Adair, and I spent 50 years in the printing trade. Today, we're going to make a whistle, and it's going to look something like this. Got a nice, sleek cherry body, got a little V here, put a little reed in it, a little lanyard to put around my neck. Let's see how it's going to work. Let's get started, okay? Hello, my name is Forrest Adair, and I spent over 50 years in the printing trade, but now I like doing woodworking. So, today, we're going to do something different. First is, how you like my hat? I got me a whole bunch of them. They were really cheap. I think you spell Pacific different than that, but anyway, they were cheap. So, we're going to do something different today. We're going to make a whistle. Yep, we are. And I've got a few things I got to comment about. Well, let's see. First is I don't keep necessarily a clean wood shop. I sweep the floors about once a month, maybe. I piles of wood in the corner. I got all kinds of stuff going on. But you know what? Sawdust on the floor. You know. But the thing is some of these guys on YouTube, their shops are clean. Obviously, they have a garage shop, which means the wife has to go through the shop to get inside the house, which means they got to keep it clean. And I can understand that. So, let's get started on our whistle. You ready? I am. All right. Okay, before we get started, you know the terms that we're going to use. We're going to use safety first. These right here are God's gift, and they are our windows to the world. So the first thing we're going to do is wear some kind of protective covering. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the hot green glasses are going back on. Yeah, styling and profiling. Okay, let's get started on our whistle. I'm ready. Are you? Okay. First, we need to prepare a blank. This is going to be our blank. It's an offcut from another piece of bench that I made, and it don't look like much. You can see that it's pretty rugged looking. So let's get our blank ready. It's going to be 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches by 7 or 8, depending on how big your hand is you want to hold the whistle. So, we'll start off by mounting our blank, getting it in the chuck, and tightened up good and tight. Nothing special here. We're just going to make a round, drill a hole in it, and be through. Good and tight is what we want it. Good and tight. Alright, now we need to make it round so that we can start on the whistle. Let's get started. Now that we've got our blank nice and round and fairly smooth, it's time for a little bit of sanding, and we got to drill a hole. I made mine out of cherry. I imagine you could use anything. I've used pretty much every kind of wood I can think of. Oh, I did make these for the 2 little girls that lived across the street. A week or so later, I asked them how was their whistle doing, and they said, we can't find them. I figured Mom and Dad hid them. Maybe not. Maybe they just lost it. But anyway, let's get started with a little sanding, and I'm going to sand offline, but you know how that goes. So, let's get started. We've added the tailstock. We've added the tailstock so we can draw a hole, and we have the hole at 3/8. I'll get it out in a minute. And because I've got a 3/8 inch dowel rod, we will need to drill that hole as deep as we want the whistle to sound. Shallow hole, high-pitched whistle, long hole, deep-pitched whistle. That's as deep as I can go. Anyway, all right, let's drill some holes. Hole drilled, and I'm going to have to taper off the front and the back so we can then part it off of the lathe. So I'm going to do this in fast motion also. Again, we're using cherry, and let's get started, okay? we've got our piece sanded, smooth, burnished, hole drilled, length is right. We're going to part it off and we're going to go to the bandsaw. Woo-hoo! Bandsaw, here we come. Bandsaw, here we come. Bandsaw, here. Hold on a minute, I got to part it off. Be very, very careful not to get our hands caught in anything. That's about good enough right there. Now we need to cut us a dowel rod that will go to that, and it's going to be about that long. Okay, now we go to the sander. Hurry up, get your... Okay, now we've got all our pieces. We've got our little reed, we've got our whistle, got it all shined up. We got to test it and see if it works. So we put it in. Let's see, does it work? Yes, it works. We've got a whistle. All right, we got to glue it up. Let's make a mark. Okay, now then, we got to put a little bit of glue. Oops, that's more than enough. All we want to do is make sure that it doesn't come out. We have to go back over to the drill press. I'll get it in a minute. There we are. Make sure it still works. Yeah, it works perfect. All right, now then, let's go. I'm going to cut that off over at the bandsaw, and we're going to put a little coat of something on it to make it look pretty. All right, I'll be right back. Today, we made a vessel, and here it is. Got the end all done, got this end all done, and I even put a hole in it and put a little lanyard on it so I can put it over my head and it's a multi-tone whistle. Well, I got to put a little finish on it and then we're through, okay? Got our finish on it. It's all done. I put a little mineral oil on it so that it would protect it and it still works. I think we did a good job on the whistle. What do you think? I'm ready to go out and play with it. Bye. Until next time, see y'all.